Indeed, you're on Joy News Prime. The most interactive segment is here. Francisca Kakafosing is here with some wild stuff. What do we have?
It looks like you're looking forward to wild things on JN9.
You've forgotten.
Okay, Aisha, it's time to get interactive on Joy News Prime. This segment is brought to you by Airtel, the smartphone network that wants you to get on board because they have a lot to offer. More talk, longer text, and internet browsing. If you don't know the numbers to dial, well, it's *202#, and we'll share your comments. Don't go away.
Joy News Interact.
So over the weekend, we got news that the power barge, which government promised to bring in to help fix the Dumsor crisis, had arrived. After all the media tracking of the barge from Turkey, it arrived in Ghana on Saturday. Now, government held an inaugural ceremony after its arrival. And news about the car power barge has since been trending. Everyone is having their say. One of them is MP for Ayawaso West Wogon, Emmanuel Ajakon. He heavily criticized government and said they should rather be focusing on getting power instead of the celebrations.
I think that this government treasures form over substance. What has happened? You have, after you have put the good people of this country through 4 years of unimaginable power situation, a power barge that will said to provide 225 arrives from Turkey. Indeed, it is not even sitting in the position where it will begin to produce power and the power will be evacuated to feed the national grid. I believe that when the minister was asked when we will have power, he was not sure of when this was going to be. So what were we celebrating? What were we celebrating? I am a little disappointed that we are managing this country like class 1 children. Your father promised that he will have a party for you. So when you see that they bring some cake in the house, then it becomes an occasion to announce to the world that they have brought the cake for them. This is exactly what is happening.
Aisha, I don't know if you want to attempt answering the question, what are we celebrating?
I don't want to.
Well, what about you? What do you make of the celebrations surrounding the power barge? Here are some views from the streets.
There's no need for any, ceremony. Ceremony for what? We don't need any ceremony. Several years after independence, this is not the time for us to be, holding ceremonies for power barge. Yeah, so I don't think so.
I think that wasn't necessary. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because in the first place, we've even been told that the power barge can't solve the electrical or electricity problem pertaining the country, per the statement made by the Prime Minister, Kwabena Donko. So why should we then celebrate?
It is okay. There's need to organize such a program to welcome. It's a part of our culture. Something like this should be officially welcome.
So it's not producing electricity yet.
Yeah, even though that's the beginning. So from there before, so it's like accepting something into into the society.
I think they are only playing around with us. The problem is very substantive, and we think if there is anything at all, it's about getting the thing phased and producing electricity for us to get us from the problem we are going through. Well, from this ceremony and the whole lot of ceremonies about the problem, I think they are only celebrating a situation which does not deserve that.
The Prime Minister assured us that it's going to be in, and it's in. And that is what we Ghanaians are all expecting. Probably if it's in, I don't see they have to mark a day or a ceremony to just welcome it. I don't see how it uses it. Because there are so many youth on the markets now where they are really fighting for employment. If there's money, let's utilize it wisely and something better.
So those are some views there, but earlier you heard the Ayawaso West Wagon MP Ejako, Emmanuel Ejako, bashing government over there. We put up his comments on Facebook, and here are what you are saying. I'll start with George Frimpong. He says, thinking out loud, if JDM had built a Kosumbo Dam, he would be going on worldwide celebration tour. And then Kwesi Cruz says, he couldn't have said it any better, referring to Emmanuel Ejako. We already have plans to generate similar power, but we can't fuel them. Yet we go to lease another plant for 10 years to fuel it. Are we not sick as a nation? Interesting question there. Michael Ajakwa says, they like the form, but they lack... They like the form, but they lack the power. Quoting Ajakwa there. Imoro Abdul Latif says, it's very unfortunate the way and manner the incompetent man is running the affairs of the country. Frederick Komeng JC says, why won't we celebrate when people talked down the deal from the onset and hoped it never came? Isn't the eventual arrival of the barge a success story? Inusa Abdul Rahman Aboy says, if you will not celebrate, we will celebrate, okay? Rabbit mentality. And then Nanefia says, go and do your research and discover what the president has done despite the sabotage. Kejetia Opokwe Subonteng says, do people have to celebrate even if they have power in their homes? What a shame. I think it's rather even if they don't have power in their homes. What a shame. Rast Rash says, if Ghanaians can't celebrate a dead whatever, why can't we celebrate something that can save life? Okay, that's struggling to make sense out of that.
Life is everything.
Magani Steven says, even the devil will not do. Okay, enough of that.
And on WhatsApp, this one says, we are celebrating the intensification of Dumso. That's from Samuel Axon. Abugri Felix says, well done, President, but still more room for improvement. Kofi JC says, he is sending this message from Abuakwa. He says, why should the government celebrate for doing a job which is legitimately his duty? Hey, Asemu, God have mercy. This one says, the worst is yet to be unveiled. Ghana energy efficiency crisis. You didn't add your name. Remember to add your name next time. Shift Manatonsu says, so will the power barge end Dumso? We are only celebrating mediocrity, period. This incompetent Mahama power, oh gosh. I pray incompetent Mahama doesn't declare a public holiday for the badge. I don't think that's what's going to happen. And this one didn't add his name as well. He says, GH Wahala. A lot of the messages are coming in. This one says, not until we see its manifestation, I will not celebrate. Revive Diku from Kete Crash. I think I share your view. If I don't see it working, I don't see the reason to celebrate. From Same Brooklyn Ho, he said, although the power badge will not solve the Dumso totally, but it will curtail it. We hope so, and that's what we've been praying for. Kofi Scroll Asen Fosu says, I now understand Nkrumah's PDA. All of these underutilized brains of Africa should be detained. You claim to have PhD, but you rather use it to pull people and the nation down. Big brains, as you claim. Be optimistic and stop this cheap critic. Really? Anyway, that's from the guy from Ho. And this one did not, so they didn't add his name. He says, oh, great physique. I don't know what you're referring to. And this one also says, it's early days yet. Let's not celebrate. This is from Awal.
Okay. So that's on the power barges. Elsewhere today, a human rights court gave a landmark ruling to prevent the police from, quote, abusing the use of injunctions, unquote. This is regarding the Let My Vote Count group. They had been planning several demonstrations and they were thwarted by the police after the police secured some injunctions. Well, you have been speaking to the group's lawyer, Nana Asante Bedeto.
The Attorney General took the position that we had come to quash an order which by the time arguments were made in court had elapsed because it was for 10 days. Secondly, it cannot be our contention that it is only the High Court that can hear such applications. Cannot be true, because every court in Ghana has the right, the equitable power to grant injunctions. I say it's laughable because they ought to know, the Attorney General ought to know, that every lower court is a creature of statute, and that they cannot go beyond the bounds of the statute creating it. Nowhere in the statutes regulating the conduct of the lower courts has the circuit court or the district court been given power to determine matters involving the fundamental human rights under Chapter 5 of the Constitution.
The 3 grounds on which you went to court were upheld. In layman's terms, what does that mean?
It is a landmark ruling because it places limits on police powers in respect of the exercise by us citizens of our fundamental human rights. It is significant. It's a major, major, major ruling.
So let's go to Facebook and check out the comments. Aisha, you know earlier the Let My Vote Count group, their leader David Asante was in the studio with you. So here are the comments. That story is posted on Facebook. Kojo Owari says, that's good to hear, but action must be taken against the police involved. Orlando Abubakar says, unnecessary. What about the guy who lost his eye due to the uncivilized demonstration with no merit on voters register? Joseph Ekol says, let us all think about Ghana first, no matter who you are.
And on WhatsApp, let's see the comments coming. Abogri Felix from Zibila says, well, he's still commenting about the Dumso. He says more room for improvement. There are some messages coming from, he says, well done, President. But he said the law is a respecter of nobody. And this one also says, they're still commenting on the power, but they're more interested. And then this one also says that we will stop them from going on with these demonstrations by the NPP gurus. Asante and his group should go to hell. That's what he says.
Well, very well. Guess who celebrated his birthday on Sunday? And it's President Mahama. I'll tell you all the details right after this break. I was telling you about the president's birthday on Sunday, and guess what happened? He received lots of messages, wishes from many Ghanaians, especially public figures. Among them was actress Yvonne Nelson, whose birthday message to the president was met with a rather harsh and cynical response from a fake Twitter account of the president. Well, an unknown individual with a fake account of the president tweeted at the actress and bashed her for reminding the president to end Dumso in her birthday message.
I'm sure it's a harmless.
Yeah, she wished the president happy birthday and said, by the way, still
if I met the president today, I'll say, I'm happy to meet you. Hello, President. But please, I have one wish.
Fix Dumso. Okay, let's find out what is trending on Twitter. So let's go to Twitter trends. Do we have it? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. Yes, so this is what is trending on Twitter. #Pope Bars, and we know that Pope has been touring parts of Africa.
Right.
#Coco, #Joy SMS, that's the Super Morning Show. #Rise and Shine. #CityBS, that's City FM Breakfast Show. There's Costa, there's Abram Grant. Is it the 1-year celebration? And
there's John
Mensah, there's Dede, and he's up for the... Okay, so there's also FIFA. There's also FIFA. Well, that's it for Joy News Interactive with me, Francisca Kakrafos. And they're kicking at me out of the studio already. Thanks for your company.
It's always like that.
Joy News Interactive.